ChatGPT Spirituality. A Course in Miracles. Lesson 172, Review of Lessons 153 and 154. God is but love, and therefore so am I. Lesson 153, In my defenselessness my safety lies. Lesson 154, I am among the ministers of God. Lesson 172 of A Course in Miracles, ACIM, is a review lesson, bringing together the teachings from lessons 153 and 154. It is meant to further reinforce and deepen the understanding of these prior lessons. The central theme of the lesson is the idea that God is but love, and therefore so am I, a concept that underpins much of the ACIM's teachings. Lesson 153, In my defenselessness my safety lies. This lesson emphasizes the idea of defenselessness as a form of safety, which at first glance may seem paradoxical. However, it's rooted in the belief that defense mechanisms are typically born out of fear or perceived threats. ACIM suggests that these defensive responses often create more conflict and separation, thus leading to a cycle of fear and defense. In the context of ACIM, defenselessness doesn't mean being passive or allowing harm to oneself. Rather, it is about letting go of the ego's need to protect itself, which creates an illusion of safety but actually keeps us in a state of fear and conflict. The Course suggests that our true safety lies in our connection with God, who is perceived as love. As we acknowledge our divine nature, God is but love, and therefore so am I, we realize that we don't need to defend ourselves from the world because we're inherently safe in God's love. Lesson 154, I am among the ministers of God. This lesson conveys the idea that we all have a role in expressing and extending God's love in the world. As ministers of God, we're called to practice forgiveness, compassion, and understanding, as these are expressions of love. In ACIM, the term minister doesn't necessarily mean a formal religious role, it refers to anyone who acts as a conduit for God's love. This concept aligns with the lesson's central theme that God is but love, and therefore so am I. By acknowledging our identity as God's ministers, we embrace our true nature as beings of love. The repeated phrase, God is but love, and therefore so am I, serves as a mantra throughout Lesson 172. It's a reminder of our divine nature and our interconnectedness with God and each other through love. This understanding is central to the lessons of ACIM, as it encourages a shift from fear to love, from conflict to peace, and from separation to unity. In conclusion, Lesson 172 is a call to recognize our inherent safety and defenselessness, our role as ministers of love, and our true identity as expressions of God's love. It invites us to let go of fear-based thoughts and behaviors and to fully embrace our divine nature. The repetition of the core affirmation serves to deepen the understanding and embodiment of these concepts.